All right. Just finished eating, making gyros, which I said I was going to do today, and I did. So, made some nice gyros. Yes, gyros. That's the way us New Yorkers or tri-state area up here call them. We don't call them gyros. That might be the proper way to say it, but we call it gyros. And hello to everybody. What a way to start. All right, let me get all these pop-outs and reduce that sound because it's going to be nuts. Yeah, we're on YouTube for a few minutes. I'll literally say a few minutes. Because I do want to share this with everyone. All right, let me get all these pop-outs. Oh my God. We'll put you in the corner. Pop out. Rumble goes in the middle. Again, last night, it was fun. Late night again. I didn't think I was going to stay up that late, but the rumblers were twisting my arm. Not really, but schooling Bill on some music that I've never heard, which is always a good thing unless it sucks. Then it's not so good. But so far, they're on a roll. So I'm going to wait to see if anybody chimes in because I'm going to share a recipe. What's up, Marco? And I recorded it in clips and then uploaded it and then downloaded it and put it all together because it's very hard to do when I'm cooking. Because it takes time to do the steps and it's just better if it's condensed into a video that goes right to the point and not just like waiting for me to chop an onion or peel an onion or do this. That's crazy. Now the weather here, finally it stopped raining like an hour ago after 3 days of rain. Oh my gosh, it was insane. But anyway, let me see the radar, not the radar, the satellite. They're saying it should be clearing up here in Churchill after midnight. I don't know if that's midnight local time, but they're probably right. Because I'm seeing this. And Churchill is right here. It seems like there's another few clouds here. Now hopefully, the way it looks like it's strung out, it looks like it may be pushing. See that line? Usually that could be streaming up from the south or it could be pushing in from the north like a wraparound. Right, this stupid thing is not working. Oh yes, it is pushing up from the south. I had a feeling. But at the same time, it's also pushing west. So Churchill is right here. So there's still some clouds there. But there is maybe some clearing. Wow, this is not acting very nice tonight. It's going crazy. I don't know. These are clear skies. This is not. Now, if this is streaming north, and there's these bunch of clouds to deal with, but it's early there. This could dry up, so we'll see. It also looks like that stuff that could be. Yeah, it might clear up. Who knows? Anyway, like I said, I'm only going to be on YouTube for a few minutes, but I do want to share the recipe right now. Let's see if I can. So now I want to show you what it looks like after it's been pureed. This is the gyro or gyro paste, or let's call it the ground beef mixture. And you can see what it looks like. It turns like into a creamy, pasty look. And I've already got a couple. I do these 1 pound at a time. So that's what it's going to look like when you're done with all the ingredients, which is what I'm going to get into in a minute. So what I put in is oregano, black pepper, garlic salt, a half an onion, and fresh garlic. But it'd be a little bit hard for me to show you while I'm doing it, but I'm gonna do another batch right now. Okay, you've seen that I already did 3 batches. They're 1 pound each. So this is a pound of ground lamb. I'm going to put an even tablespoon of garlic. See that? It was already chopped. There's garlic. Then I'm going to add some garlic salt in here. Then I'm going to throw some oregano. I do not use cumin, or whatever you want to call it. I don't like the taste. But this tastes just like a gyro off the street. So there's my oregano. And now I'm going to throw, in a second, a little black pepper. Not much. Just a little. Now I'm going to put a half an onion in there. Now we're going to cover it up. Close it up. And now you can see how, well, you can't really see it because it's red, but it should turn to this color. So let's do that. And we'll let that go until it turns to look like this. Okay, so now after I put it all together, this is 4 pounds, and make it into a meatloaf, because that's what it looks like, a meatloaf. It's going to get covered for 40 minutes. Then I'm going to uncover it, and I'm going to turn it over, drain the grease out, and turn it over, brown it on one side, then turn it over again to brown it on the other side for about 10 minutes each on 350. So this is now going to go in the oven. Just a sidebar note, the reason I do 1 pound at a time is not to blow the motor on the food processor, because this definitely does heavy duty.
Hey.
It's a grind in that processor, so I don't want to push the processors too hard, even though mine is like a 8 or 10 cup
10, I think,
processor. But still, it happened to me in the past on a smaller processor. I was trying to overload it, and I blew the motor. So that's why I only put 1 at a time now. It takes a little time, but it's going to come out consistent like you're seeing on the screen. And then we're going to see what this looks like in about an hour, so stay tuned.
And there it is.
And the final product. And it looks yummy.
It tastes
oh my
yummy.
gosh, I can't wait
I already had 2.
to tear this up and put it on some giant pita bread. And the sauce, lettuce, tomato, onion. Oh, I cannot wait. So there it is. Gyro, or what we call it in New York, gyro.
So you could put cumin in there.
I mean, you could.
But it tastes delicious. I'm not kidding. It's addictive. I had one, and I bought healthy pita bread. That's heart healthy pita. It's by Joseph's.
And I don't put a lot of meat because it's hard to fold it with everything. So I put a couple of slices, and then I make my own sauce. Now, you can use Greek yogurt, preferred. You could even use sour cream. And then you take like half a cucumber, dice it very fine with the skin, and throw it in that container, whatever you bought, Greek yogurt or sour cream, and then put, again, a little garlic salt. Then mix it all together. It's delicious. There's your sauce. Then you take onion, you slice it thin, very thin. And you put it on, and then you dice tomato and shred lettuce, and you put it in that pita bread. Oh my God. It's delicious. Lamb is expensive. Do not go on YouTube and add like these. You see some of these recipes that say add ground beef or pork. It's not going to taste the same. You've got to go with the lamb. Period. Straight up lamb. And the cheapest place that you can get lamb probably is, believe it or not, if they have it in stock, Walmart. It comes in 1 pound packages. It's like $6 a pound. If you go to the butcher, prepare to pay. And I've done that in the past because I couldn't find the lamb in Walmart, so I had to go to the butcher or another place that I know around here that sells lamb. One time, I couldn't find lamb anywhere. I had to drive across the bridge to the other side of the Hudson and travel a half hour each way just to get lamb. But that was straight from a butcher. But I paid for it. So the best place, really, believe it or not, is Walmart. For the cheapest that you can get lamb is about $6 average per pound. But I'm going to tell you, that is delicious. It is slamming good. So there's your gyro or gyro or whatever you want to call it recipe. It's very simple. You just need that food processor. Without the food processor, it's not going to be... You can't just get lamb and mix all that stuff and make a loaf. It's not going to taste the same. It's got to be where you make it into a paste and then mold it and then put it in the oven and brown it a little bit. Not a lot, because you don't want it crunchy toasted, browned. Just enough to give it that nice brown coating on both sides. Because if you ever seen how they do the gyro or gyro, it comes on the spigot and they carve it off. They take strips of it. And that's how they do it. The thinner you slice it and do multiples, the better it's going to taste. But you can slice it any way you want. But if you're lazy, you could just do a couple of slices, throw it on, and you're good to go. But it's delicious. And you got to let it cool. But I guarantee with that recipe, you're going to be like, holy, this is amazing. And it's, like I said, it's not hard to make. It's not complicated. So if you like that kind of stuff, try it. And one thing about lamb, it doesn't throw off a lot of fat. Not like ground beef or pork. So when I said drain the grease out, the fat, it doesn't throw off much at all. That's just a little note on the side there. So it's really good. And if you've never had it, make a small one. Because I don't know if you're going to like the way it tastes. It's a unique taste. But to me, it's delicious. I love it. And every time I make it, they go nuts in the house. So it's that guaranteed not to last. 4 pounds, that'll be for tonight, which I already had 2. And it'll probably make it to tomorrow night. Again, round 2. But after that, it'll be gone. It won't make it. And the one thing too is the loaf stays pretty much the size that you make it, because like I said, it doesn't drain a lot of grease. There's not a lot of shrinkage to the loaf. So whatever loaf you make, it's going to pretty much end up that size. So if you have company coming over, like say for a football game, like they want to watch a sporting event or even anything, it's a cool thing to have on the side. You want some gyro or whatever, gyro? Have that too, and people be like, wow. It's unique. It's good. It's a nice side dish too. It's a nice thing to have. But you got to make the sauce. It is not going to taste good, really. It's good with lettuce and tomato and onion, but I'm telling you, the sauce is what makes it. It really is. It's that sauce that really puts the final touches on that. So Greek yogurt or sour cream, finely diced cucumber, like a half a cucumber, depending on the size of the container. I go big, so I do a half a cucumber, diced fine with the skin, and like I said, garlic salt, and then you just put it right in that container, you stir it up, and now you've got your sauce. So there you go. Just wanted to share that. All right. With that being said, that's all I wanted to share on YouTube, because now it's Rumble, Trovo, Twitch, Kick night. But we're going to say goodbye to YouTube now. So I'm going to do that now, because I'm going to hear music and relax, and I'm not going to stand here and talk. Sit here and talk. So let's do that now. So YouTube will be on the other platforms. Just wanted to share the recipe. And here we go, sadly. It is what it is. Oh shit, I hit the wrong one. Live. Here we go. Whoa, it's not gonna let me delete it? Of course it will. Right here should be. There it is. So good night to YouTube. Try the recipe. You'll enjoy it. All right, YouTube is done.